What's up YouTube, and welcome back to Homebrew Subaru. In this episode I'm going to pull the engine out of the WRX. So what's up everyone? I guess first thing is it's early in the morning. It's like 5:30 in the morning. I couldn't sleep anymore. I'm usually pretty good for sleep, but I guess I just had a little bit too much energy and had to get my ass out of bed. I might as well just show you the tattoo that I did get. So I almost have a full sleeve now. I want to do a little bit on the inside here, but it's a skull with a snake running through it. Kind of a classic tattoo. Meaning behind it, well, get into that maybe some other time. The rain. It has been raining for like 3 months straight here. BC has been getting hammered, like with rain, storms, mudslides. We aren't as affected up here, but the rain has been insane. It's like today, which is going to be probably the rainiest day, is 75 to 100 millimeters of rain. That's 3 or 4 inches in one day. I'm glad that my property drains out quite well. Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people with flooded basements today. And I'll tell you, days like today really make me appreciate this garage a whole lot more. So the WRX engine is ready to come out. I did disconnect the fuel. I've got all the bell housing bolts out. The exhaust has been dropped off the turbo. The motor mounts. Kind of moved a little bit more stuff over on this side. So literally I'm ready to sling my strap around the intake manifold and pull it out. Should go rather straightforward. This I also forgot, but it does have a pull style clutch, so you do have to get this fork rod out in order to get the fork out of the release bearing. Kind of use the grommet to hold the fork up out of the way, and the clutch should come out. Now I did get my buddy to pick up this engine leveler for me quite a while ago. But with these type of clamps that bolt down, I think it's just going to be easier to use my regular seatbelt strap to go around the intake manifold. Otherwise, I'd probably have to pull the manifold off and use the heads as mounting points. Might be worth putting on to go back in, but coming out should be pretty easy with just a strap. Okay, I think I'm ready to go here. I decided to use a second camera. It's always nice to get a different perspective. But I've taken off the prop rod and added a broom handle. I've got the hood pretty much, vertical. It gives you lots of extra room to come out. And I'm not sure where I had this the last time. I was going to start looking it up, but decided I'll just go for it. So I kept the arm a little bit short and tied up really close to the intake. And if I need to lower the car, then that's what I'll do. But I think it's just going to pluck right out of there. I do have a jack underneath the transmission. Let's see what happens here. Okay, I think one mount's popped out. It just needs to be pried apart on the side a little bit, maybe. Okay, I think that should come apart now. A little bit of a greasy mess. Yeah, it looks like everything's clear. Even got lots of space over here for this O2 sensor that's sticking out on this side. Even this out a little bit more maybe. Yeah, in the past I had a little bit more room to swing over that way because I didn't have the tool cart or cupboard over there, but I should be able to get the crane to swing over this way, and at least if I need to sit this thing down. So it's really nice finding more goodies on this thing. So that's a Grimspeed up pipe. The flex joint is heavily soaked in oil. These valve covers have obviously been leaking on it for quite a while. But it has the stock manifold on it, and I'm planning on putting on a cheap eBay header, so I'll definitely get that guy off. And no use for those heat shields, even though these ones are in pretty good shape and don't rattle at all probably. But I'll probably end up getting the header, cleaning up the up pipe and wrapping that all. Won't get an idea about the clutch until I get it off. But yeah, I think I'm just going to finish up by maybe getting the turbo and the exhaust off, and then we can get an idea what kind of shape it's in. Not that I'm going to be probably reusing it on this car, but I'd like to know. So I've started this by taking the up pipe off. I had to take the O2 sensor out to get a wrench to hold the nut on the inside there, and just the 3 bolts up top, some of the bracketing. I've got the, I guess, feed line or return for, I suppose it's the return for the coolant unbolted. I've got the feed line for the oil undone. I've decided to slit the hose for the oil return. I've got the clamp on the inlet let go, and the hose is off the compressor outlet and the wastegate actuator. So this thing is pretty loose, and I think just popping it out of the inlet here should let this thing come up enough that I can get it out of there. Well, there's actually a 10mm bolt holding that pipe on, so now I got to do one of these. And there's the turbo off. It's just a tiny little slick of oil there. It is a TD04. Wow, it's actually a really good turbo. There's no play in it at all. So now that I've gotten to this point, I remember the exhaust shields actually need to come off in order to get the nuts that hold the manifold on. And because everything's just as crusty and rusty as it is, and I'm probably going to have to do some cutting, I think I'm going to leave that for like an off-camera thing, and we'll start next week by getting down to the long block. So that's going to do it for this week. I'm going to leave the engine up on the crane for a little bit, let some more of that coolant drip out of it, because you can just kind of raise it at this end and get some more water to come out of it. I've got a milk crate here on the floor, and they work awesome for sitting an EJ engine into, especially with the exhaust manifold off, the oil filter. The pan will almost sit right down inside there, and the rest of the engine can sit on the edge. And these things are really strong, really rigid, can handle the weight. But that's going to be it for now. Next week we're going to get down to the long block, so I'm planning the exhaust manifold, intake manifold, clutch, probably take all the timing off, and then past that we'll be getting into the nitty-gritty. But I've got to get inside and start editing this and waiting for this fucking monsoon to come, you know what I mean? But if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here and you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me. Leave your questions and comments further down below, and I'll see you in the next one.